You know, black Americans are the only group that fights back against white supremacy. No other group fights back against white supremacy. Every other group tries to like thread the line and like not say too much. You go through Vivek Ramaswamy's comic section and it's just white people telling him to go back to India, that they don't want him here, calling him a G. You go through FBI Director Jeal0us' comic section on Twitter and it's them doing the same thing, telling him to go back to India. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't have the job. He's DEI. You know, we're the only, even like the Indians don't fight back, the Hispanics don't fight back, the Asians don't fight back. Black Americans are the only group that fights back against white supremacy. Like, it's always been like that. I think it will always be like that, and that's just what it is. Like, no one else does, like, everyone else just, like, puts their hands up and says, okay, cool, you're white, so this is just how it has to be. It's awful to see, because I was just looking at Jeal0us' comment section this morning, and I'm just like, why is he just letting white people talk to him like this? But then again, on that side, you know, that's what you have to do. You have to just let white people just berate you and destroy you and tell you ain't shit, and you don't say nothing back.
So y'all can tell me if it's just me, but I just been feeling like this entire year I've been finding out that literally everybody hates black Americans, even black people all around the world. And no shade, that's probably why our ancestors said all skin folk and kinfolk. But at the same time, I feel like the way that people feel about us is the way they should actually feel about white people. Because we didn't do anything to you. We didn't do shit to you. But white people is letting you know they don't fucking like you and they don't want you in their country. That you're mad at us. You got the hostility with us. And I'm gonna be honest, it makes me feel sad, but at the same time, it makes me feel very powerful because I'm like, yeah, they were able to successfully scapegoat us, but it gotta be something deeper. It honestly makes me feel like my people is like actually very powerful in many ways, and we may not be aware of it right now, but when we wake up to it and we tap into it, the world is gonna have a rude fucking awakening.
Living in California has brought it to my attention that we are living around some racist-ass Mexicans. Mind you, your cousin is around the corner getting picked up by ICE and you're running around slurring the N-word. Not to mention that you are probably first, second, or even third generation born on American soil. You're fighting the right fight, but with the wrong crowd. You're literally calling people the N-word on your stolen land. Direct that energy elsewhere. And this is not a dig, it's just a fact. Like, we have a common enemy. Let's just stop being racist towards each other. We need each other, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so a lot of these people are coming out to call out the anti-blackness in their community, and of course asking very important question: why is everyone so jealous of black folks? That's the question that keeps popping up right now online in different debates, podcasts, people's content. Lots of people asking those questions. And why is most of these Latinos low-key rate the says towards black folks, and of course the black people also in their community? Well, I'm going to let some of the clips I gather for you guys to roll, then we'll come back with more commentary. But let me know what you all think in the comment section, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Let's go watch.
You know what this whole protesting thing in LA is showing me? And it's actually showing the world too. Coming from a Hispanic, Puerto Rican and Dominican or whatever, right? Hispanic people, they racist as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hispanic people racist as shit. All right, tell y'all a little story. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, right? In my family, I'm the only one that got this texture hair, right? Well, not now because, my sister got, her kid's Hispanic and black. My kid's Hispanic and black. So, but my immediate family, all that, right? The only one that got this texture hair, this texture beard and all that, it's me. Because I'm the only one from my cousins to my brothers, to my sisters, to my aunts, my uncles, all of them, I was the only one that was Puerto Rican and Dominican. Like, I remember as a kid, like, I love my uncle, but he crazy. But I remember my uncle as a kid telling me, oh, like, you got that peasy hair and shit like that. Because everybody in my family got that slick shit, that you know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking, I'm like, all right, my hair peasy, my hair bad. And that's until I met my wife. And she taught me about, hair textures. How some people got 3, some people got, they were like 3C, 3-4, whatever the fuck she was telling me. But she told me about hair texture and shit like that. Now I'll be going down memory lane and shit. I'm like, damn. My family really used to be racist as shit. It's not funny because it's not funny. But when you think about it, you're like, yo, they really was really out here being racist. And you know what's crazy? It's crazy that it be like older Hispanic people that be the most racist. Like, I remember, like, Puerto Ricans got this word that they use called moyo, and that's to describe that's the derogatory word for black people, like the Hispanics use. They be like, oh, ese es un moyo, blah blah blah, el moyo ese, and then they say another, moyo apestoso, whatever the fuck they want to say, right? And I'm like, damn, bro, like, I ain't really use the word because I thought the word was stupid. Like, that was just, the fuck is a moyo anyway? Like, to me, it was like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, these LA riots just showing me, like, because they've been coming out with people, they've been coming out with people calling cops the N-word. They've been coming out with a video with Shorty talking about some she ain't even coming to America because it was all so great. It was slightly better than Mexico. Bruh, if it was slightly better, how about you get your ass back over there then? That's just how I feel at this point, bruh.
Racism. There's a lot of racism that happens between Latino families and their cultures and their upbringing. Mind you, I'm Dominican and I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys, especially the fact that I'm a white Dominican, because we all know that when you stereotype Dominicans, they tend to be more of a darker skin complexion. You know, like the beautiful Afro-Latinas. But ever since I was a little girl, I remember my family, including my parents, telling me that I better not fuck up our future generations by ever bringing home a dark-skinned boyfriend. And the craziest part is that there was so much racism even within our families. Mind you, my father was of a caramel complexion. His mother was Dominican, but black. Like black. And even still, they would say shit like that. And I would think to myself, mind you, I was younger back in the day, right? I would think to myself, like, that is such, that's like hypocrisy at its finest. And it just simply wasn't allowed. It wasn't supported in any kind of way, at least within my family. And I think that a lot of what people don't talk about is that when you are raised around that, what happens? You tend to pick up on those toxic traits. And unless you have the emotional intelligence to honestly think for yourself and break outside of those curses, then you're going to forever think like that. And I think that a lot of what people don't talk about is the fact that a lot of us that do come from that type of upbringing have to literally break out of that mindset to categorize or generalize all Black people, which again is sad. But at the same time, a lot of Black men hold a very toxic and let's just say player mindset that y'all don't do the best at representing otherwise, if you catch my drift. So it is very known for Black men, right, to be good in bed, but then lack the emotional intelligence to be able to maintain or hold a relationship with just one woman. And yeah, I know you're gonna hit me with the, well, we're not all the same, but 9 out of 10, y'all carry that reputation with you very fucking well. And let's be honest, Latinas aren't with the shits. Neither are Black women. Hence the whole controversy behind y'all going towards white women that, quite frankly, let y'all slide with a lot of shit. So there's a lot of underlying issues as to why Latinas tend to steer away from Black men. The more you know.
First of all, Black people move culture. Every major cultural shift, music, fashion, slang, beauty trend, social justice, movement has Black fingerprint on it. From hip-hop taking over to the entire globe, to Black hairstyles becoming mainstream, to the internet basically running on Black Twitter humor, people all over the world imitate things Black people created. And that's a big part of where the jealousy comes from. People love the product, but hate the producer. They want the rhyme or the rhythm, not the blues. They want the style, not the struggle. Black folks innovate without even, trying. You see it in how Black people turn pain into power, how they take survivor and turn it into art, how they keep, pushing forward no matter what obstacles are thrown. But instead of, appreciating that, instead of acknowledging the resilience, right, behind it, the world try to punish Black people for being the blueprint. And that's exactly where the jealousy comes in. Because to be honest, a lot of people don't understand how Black folks have survived everything thrown at them and still shines. Now, let's shift it to the Latino community. This topic has been trending heavy across social media, especially with more Afro-Latinos and conscious Latinos speaking up. Anti-Blackness in Latino community is not new. It doesn't, come from nowhere. It came from colonization, colorism, and a long history of Europeans dividing people by skin tone. Okay, many Latinos families grew up being told to, basically lighten the race. That right, there shows you where it all started. Anything dark was discouraged, anything Black was labeled as less, and anything white or light was seen as superior. This mindset didn't stay in one generation. It passed down. It hid in jokes, in dating preferences, in family rules, in school systems, in beauty standards, in the media. It becomes, a normal thing. Some Latinos didn't even realize they were repeating anti-black beliefs, okay, because it was just part of how they were raised. But here's the interesting part. More and more Latinos are calling it all out. You can see it all over social media. Discussions blowing up where Latinos are addressing the anti-black comment they heard growing up. They are, kind of confronting their families. They're acknowledging how black culture influenced their music, their slang, their food, fashion. Is a shift that's long overdue. But the reason it took so long is the system reason, people are, jealous of black folks. People love to, kind of benefit from black culture while pretending they are above black people. Look at reggaeton, okay? Look at every other thing. Look at salsa. Look at the slang and the style, the roots, African, the rhythm, African, the foundation, black. But are black Latinos treated with the same respect in their own community? Not always. Many Afro-Latinos talk about how they get questioned at airport, discriminated against in their own countries, treated like, outsiders in their own neighborhood, or told they are not really Latino because they are black. So when people ask why anti-blackness exists, part of the answer is insecurity, is internalized hatred passed down from colonial times, is a fear of, looking in the mirror and seeing how much of your culture comes from people you have been taught to look down on. Is jealousy wrapped in denial. Okay, but something is happening now that the older generation weren't ready for. People are waking up. Younger Latinos are tired of pretending their communities don't have anti-blackness. They are calling it what it is. Okay, kind of for stealing black style while disrespecting black people. They are calling out influencers who use black slang but don't even stand with black struggles. They are calling out celebrities who profit off black black artists, but stay silent when black people suffer. Some Latinos online are even admitting that the jealousy comes from how black Americans keep moving forward despite everything, how black Americans build culture, set trends, and fight for justice with a boldness other communities admire but don't even know how to match it. Well, let's talk about the global side. Anti-blackness exists everywhere. Call it Europe, Asian, Caribbean, everywhere. But at the same time, everybody copies black culture. That's not a coincidence. Jealousy and imitation are twins. When someone can create what you create, can't endure what you endure, can't, shine the way you shine, even under pressure, they start to resent you. Jealousy comes from comparison, and the world compares itself to black people constantly. Why do black people influence everything? Why does everything they touch turn iconic? Why do they keep surviving and reinventing themselves? Why do they keep leading social change? These are the questions people don't say out loud, but the actions reveals the truth. Anyway, guys, I would love to hear your own take as well. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. What do you think is the reason for all of this? Let's have that. And please do what to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you all next time. Bye, guys.